There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey and Glasser and by wild, wonderful West Virginia, welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune. But the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around a simple song. Thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. But we are not in West Virginia today. We are in Lexington, Kentucky, on the campus of the University of Kentucky, the Singletary Center for the Arts. And we're so happy that our friends at WKY brought us over here. We've been looking forward to this for a long time. And we got a great show for you. A lot of our best friends and some of the most talented folks that have ever been on Mountain Stage are here with us tonight. Sarah Jarosz is going to sing you some songs from her new record, which is just out. Also, a great band from down in Knoxville, the Black Lillies, are with us tonight. Yeah. And a couple of folks who have been our favorites for many years. They've been coming to see us for over 20 years, and I know they're favorites here in this part of the world. Over the Rhine is here. And one of America's greatest singer-songwriters for many years, Mr. Steve Forbert, is also with us. But we're going to start out right with a man who's one of the most talented people ever to been on the Mountain Stage. And you think of him probably as a honky-tonk country singer or maybe bluegrass or folk singer, but he's done a lot of stuff. He's done everything from kind of punk-tinged rock and roll to power pop over the years. And he's a great songwriter. He's also a fine guitarist. We were talking about that backstage, what a great guitar player he is. He used to teach guitar at the Old Town School of Folk Music in Chicago, where he lives. He's been on the Grand Ole Opry, been on World Cafe, been on Conan O'Brien's show, and Fresh Air. You may have heard him and seen him. A lot of folks have covered his songs. He's also a music journalist. Another thing that he does is he always brings great musicians with him. And tonight, that is no exception. He's got a brand new record out there called Upland Stories. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Robbie Fulks.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Well, it's ryegrass in the wintertime, flowers in the spring, but Texas in the summer is nigh on suffering. I went up on Jackson Hill at a diner, I sat down, and I waved at every stranger just to move the air around. It's a long ride for the little I gained. Girl, I never thought it through. She had silk brocade in her bedroom and a job that paid for two. I think I'll get down the old guitar and see what I may find. I get $1 off some lawyer on the number 7 line. It's a longer ride for the little I gained. But a 6-string on your shoulder could be the devil's brand. Yeah, they'll put themselves above you, but they're on their strut and brag. I'd trade every brick on Wall Street for one black mountain rag. It's a longer ride for the little I gained. that make a bit more in the daytime than I drink down at night. It's a longer ride for the little I gain. Well, they say the Norfolk girls are fair and they all sing right on key. But I went down and I never found one sang as good as me. And they say that there's a wondrous land for any good man that dies. And if it's got drink and women, well, then I'll be surprised. It's a longer ride for the little I gain. All right, we got it. Hey, thank you very much. Shad Cobb on the fiddle over there. How about it for Shad? What a fiddler! Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be invited back to play on Mountain Stage. It's one of my favorite shows ever in the history of the world, and I always get real excited about playing the show. And it's always in Charleston, but now it's in Lexington, so it's doubly good. Lexington, Kentucky is one of the greatest places in the United States. I really love it here and always loved coming to play here at the late great Lillies down the street and at the late great Dame over there and now here at the Singletary Center. And so anyway, the song we just played for you is from my last record, Gone Away Backward, and we're going to try you a tune or two from the one that just came out 2 days ago, and that one's called Upland Stories, and it's got some dark songs on it and some light songs on it. We'll do you, I think we're going to do you one of each. This one here is about poor people in the South, and it's sort of based on the trip that James A.G. made in 1936 to spend time with them and report on their conditions. This one's called Alabama at Night. Here at Tailhawk sat watchful at the faded edge of day. The phone poles and the pines rose from the scoured clay. The sun was slipping toward the Gulf in its own good time, and you would not think of death if you drove on past the signs. The old men at the roadhouse weren't too polite to stare. Where we'd come from wasn't home, and we were far from even there. The camera around my neck drew suspicious eyes to me, but we were not there to talk, we were only there to see. And when their faces had said nothing, 'twas then I stepped outside, and in the instant I knew I would not forget the sight. Alabama at night, Alabama at night. You took the wheel up 119, I scanned the road ahead, trying to learn all I could see, cover up all I had read. That hotel would not likely let a working man lie down. Like a curtain through its walls ran the sorrow and the sound. And I knelt down to let it in me, sure it would come if I gave it time. And I fumbled amongst 100 words, but words don't do it right. Alabama at night, Alabama. 100 words mean nothing, but what 1,000 others say they might. Through sunlit rooms the wealthy walk, and the pale unshaven men, to stand before each frame 5 seconds, maybe 10. and to unveil all the maker wanted to portray. But I'm not there to talk, and if I were, I wouldn't say. Across some rough-cut branches in the wide gray-shadowed sky, a child not far from birth, with the end etched in her eyes. The morning star above her and a hymn upon the breeze, but pours no sacred song, poor is a disease. And no hand reaches down from heaven, and no one denies it might. So patiently we wait here as onward it rolls. Alabama at night, Alabama at night, Alabama at night.
Thank you very much. Oh, thanks very much. We'll do, as I said, a lighter tune from that Upland Stories record, and this one's about my aunt. I had an elderly aunt when I was a kid, and I just met her one time. And the day that we drove down to see her, she lived in a place called Laurel Fork, Virginia, and we lived in the northern part of the state. And we drove down. And I was very excited to meet her. She was 80, I was about 10, and but we were both banjo players is the thing. I was a young banjo player, and she was, she was the only person in our family, because we all played instruments, and we all, I think all had an idea that maybe we could do it for a living, but none of us did back then. But she did. She made her living about half the year off of music, and she made records and was well known on that sort of elderly banjo player circuit back then. And so I thought, well, this is cool. I'll meet this lady. But then we were surprised when we went to her house to find an unknown man was there, and he was her husband. It turned out that she had just gotten married recently, and the person that I knew as my uncle was apparently out of the picture. And he was a fiddler, so they sat down, and she said, he played fiddle and I played the banjo. We just sounded good together, so we figured we would go ahead and get married, she said. So yeah, I thought, I don't know how my 10-year-old brain processed that information, but I think I thought it was too much information, really, basically. And I listened to them play, and I thought, I don't know, I have a hard time accepting this music. It's so raw, it was so primitive and raw to my ear. And I said, well, I got out my banjo and played for her, and she made very clear that she did not like the way I played banjo either. So, which was great to hear. She said, no, that's not the way to play the banjo, she said. And so I put it away and started playing the guitar, and here I am, It's great to be told that you're lousy at an instrument, which I was. It's good information, to have from a loved one. And so anyway, that happened all those years ago, and oddly enough, am I out of time yet? I've talked forever. Oddly enough, I bought a banjo and started playing in her style, in the Frailing style, just a few years ago, and I wrote this tune about that day, and this is called Aunt Peg's New Old Man.
We came up the hill to meet him in the dirt patch he was weeding. That was our first look at Aunt Peg's new old man. Now Uncle Hank was 75, he lived well and then he died, and none of us had nothing against her new old man. She liked his fiddling, no doubt, liked his help on the rural route, and the rest didn't bear thinking about Aunt Peg's new old man. Now we sat down and we got fed a long grace, but what a spread! The chicken was just 1 hour dead, and the stew was made of barley. Pulled out my banjo after a while, but he didn't like the strut style. Listen up, boy, this here's called Going Down to Raleigh. Old Aunt Peg begun to frail, and they got going on the Texas gales, hitting my ears like an awful wail. I wish I could hear it again. Oh, he had no use for the modern stuff. His back was strong, his hands were rough, but he rocked her old age. Sure enough, Aunt Peg's new old man. Now they played dances and made the rounds, gay lax to Rocky Mount, the tunes they knew no one could count. It was all in their heads and hands. And you can do worse as a widow than to find a man to spade and hoe and raise a little hell with a long bow. Aunt Peg's new old man. Yeah, she liked his fiddling, no doubt, liked his help on the rural route, and the rest did not bear thinking about. Aunt Peg's new old man. She liked his fiddling, no doubt, liked his help on the rural route, and the rest I don't want to think about. Aunt Peg's new old man. Thank you very much. Two, all right.
Thank you very much. We're going to do one about old-time country music, which I love a lot, and this one centers on a guy called Buck Owens, who was a big hero of mine for a long time. And by the way, this is Pete Finney here on the steel guitar. Todd Phillips on the string bass. Gerald Dowd on the drum, singular, and singing. And Shad Cobb over there on the fiddle. Don't forget about Shad. He traveled a long way. I never knew this place had so much empty space until tonight, when you walked right out the door. So I walked to our bedside and pulled out that 45 that laid for years behind our chest of drawers. At first it looked too worn to play, the label all but washed away. Then I made out the name of my old friend. Yeah. 30 years in a scratch or two. Oh, but when the needle hit the groove, I knew that it was crying time again. The buck starts here, with Hank sure to follow. Turn him up loud and clear. He's singing my sorrow, and let the sad songs roll on through a house filled with tears, where the good times are gone. The buck starts here. Come on in, Shad. Oh, Mr. Finney. The people in the house next door, they
think I'm tearing up the floor. It's 4:30, my lights are burning bright. But this occasion is no big deal. It's just some boys from Bakersfield that came around to help me through the night. The buck starts in, Lord, we think sure to follow. Turn him up loud and clear. He's singing my sorrow. Let the sad songs roll on through a house filled with tears, where the good times are gone. The buck starts here. Yeah, where the good times are gone. The buck starts here.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for listening to us today. Here's one more about the great state of North Carolina. Well, just beyond Virginia's southern border is the land that I am happy to call mine. And I was raised in a house up the Grand border in the red clay hills of Central Carolina. Now the corn crop there is hardly worth a mention, and the dairy farms are fine but not the best. It's this little leaf we borrowed from the engines that keeps our state a notch above the rest. Now the Georgia beach is fair, Kentucky beyond compare, and Alabama's grand, the state, not the band. Well, the South, she has your diamonds, and everyone is great, but North Carolina is the cigarette state. Now the folks in our hometown sure had the habit. They smoked the best homegrown the whole year round. They knew what a good time was and how to have it, because that was a cigarette town. Our neighbor Frank was no hybrid man of letters, yeah, but he made an honest living off the land. And he put away 3 packs a day or better, cause he was a cigarette man. Now the Georgia beach is fair, Kentucky beyond compare, and Alabama's grand, the state, not the band. Well, the South, she has her diamonds, and everyone is great, but North Carolina is the cigarette state.
natural and smoked it to the filter like a pro. So I gave her a ring and from her paw I swiped her, and she gave me a boy I'm happy to call mine. He changed my schools and I did out of diapers in a red brick house in Central Carolina. Now the Georgia Beach is fair, Kentucky beyond compare, and Alabama's grand, the state not the band. Well, South Carolina's a diamond, so everyone is great, but North Carolina is the cigarette state. In North Carolina is the cigarette state. Thank you guys for having us today. Thank you.
Robbie Fulks, along with Shad Cobb, Pete Finney, Todd Phillips, and Gerald Dowd. The new one is called Upland Stories on Bloodshot Records. Mr. Robbie Fulks from over in Chicago. And what a talented man he is. I told you so. You don't have enough time to talk about all the stuff he has done. But if you just listen to the one set, a few songs, it tells you everything you need to know. Always great to see him. What a way to start the show. Now it's time to bring our own band and Julie Adams to do a tune for you. One of our great friends and a woman we admired greatly passed on a while ago. She was from Kentucky. Her name is Jean Ritchie. And we had her on the mountain stage several times. And I visited her several times too. It was a pleasure to get to know her and an honor. And Julie's going to do a very touching song that Jean wrote a long time ago called The West Virginia Mine Disaster. Ron Soule is the leader of the band back there on the acoustic guitar. Our two guitar players are Ryan Kennedy, Michael Lipton. Bob Thompson plays the piano. Ahmed Solomon is the drummer. Steve Hill plays the bass. Say hello to Julie Adams.
Did you see him? It was early this morning. He passed all your houses on his way to the cold. He was tall, he was slender, and his dark eyes were tender. His occupation was mining, West Virginia, his home. It was just before noon. I was feeding the children. Then Mosley came running to give us the news. Number 8 is all flooded. Many men are in danger. We don't know their number, but we fear they're all doomed. So I picked up the baby and I left all the others to comfort each other, to pray for their own. There's Tommy, 14, and there's John, not much younger. Soon their own times are coming to go down the black hole. What will I say to his poor little children? And what will I tell his dear mother at home? And it's what will I say to my heart that's clear breaking, to my heart that's clear breaking, since my darling is gone. to do more than just feed them. I'd give them good learning, the best could be found. So when they grew up, they'd be checkers and waiters, and not spend their lives digging in the dark underground. Oh, say, did you see him? It was early this morning. He passed all your houses on his way to the cold. He was tall, he was slender, and his dark eyes were tender. His occupation was mining. West Virginia, his home.
Julie Adams, Mountain Stage Band, Gene Ritchie's song, the West Virginia Mine Disaster. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Philadelphia, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by Wild, Wonderful West Virginia, celebrating the diversity of live music in the Mountain State, from newgrass to indie pop, at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses. Your next mountain experience begins with the new Go2WV mobile app, available for iOS and Android on iTunes and Google Play. Additional support is provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Remember, if you missed part of Mountain Stage or you just want to hear something again, visit the podcast section of our website, mountainstage.org. Each podcast will include songs that we don't have time to fit on the radio version, as well as the complete finale song. If you would, take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review the show on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. What a treat we have for you now. Our next guests have been coming to see us since 1993. They had been formed for several years by that time, and they formed over in Cincinnati at a part of the town called Over the Rhine, and that's where they get their name. Karen Berquist and Linford Detweiler started out, and we've heard them in several configurations. They're traveling as a trio right now. After they moved out of Cincinnati, they found a beautiful spot out in the country, which has been a muse for them and led them to write and record some wonderful music over the last few years. They're both songwriters. They're both singers and fine instrumentalists. They brought a great friend with them, too, who's also a great musician. They have a live album out there now. Their latest is called Live from Nowhere Else. It's a double album recorded in front of a live audience on their forum. And they also have, before that, they did Meet Me at the Edge of the World. Joe Henry recorded that. So both of those are great. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Over the Rhine.
suitcase, trying to hit the ground with both feet running. Out you're tripping over your shoelace, you're stealing away on a Sunday day. Well, Lord, are you ashamed at all? Funny, but I feel like I'm falling. I wanna beg you to stay. You're stealing away on a Sunday day. Why'd you love me in the first place? You were always closer than a brother. I can barely look at your face. You're stealing away on a Sunday day. Well, Lord, you were ashamed at all. Funny, but I feel like I'm falling. I wanna beg you to stay. You're stealing away on a sunny day. I've said my piece. I'm on my, down on my knees. What you doing with a suitcase? What you doing with a suitcase? You're stealing away on a sunny day. Oh, what are you ashamed at all? Funny, but I feel like I'm falling. I wanna beg you to stay. You're stealing away on a sunny day. Funny, but I feel like I'm falling. I wanna beg you to stay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great to be back in Lexington, Kentucky, and it's great to be back on Mountain Stage. I believe this is our sixth appearance on the show, and begins to feel like extended musical family after a while.
They should know better by now.
It's nice to see everybody again. Well, Karen's holding a little 1932 Epiphone tenor guitar that she bought off a musician friend that had fallen on hard times.
He did not. That's not true.
But it's a great little tenor guitar, and it was a brand new instrument. Picking up a new instrument is a great way to find new songs, and it seemed like songs wanted to tumble out of this little guitar. This one, I thought, felt a little bit like a long-lost hymn of some kind, but maybe it's for anybody in a relationship who's put a few miles on the odometer, maybe. This is called I'd Want You.
It's so loaded. rendering everything black and blue. I'd want you. I'd want you. If the swallows fell like snow, tumbling tiny angels with wings, I'd want you. I'd want you. I'd want you. I'd want you. I will lay my body down when the storm is finally through. I'd want you. I'd want you. If my faith should ever fail, faltering, look what I dragged it through. I'd want you. I'd want you. If the music all went still, enabling all my fears to come true, I'd want you. I'd want you. I will lay my body down when the storm is finally through. I'd want you. I'd want you. I will lay my body down when the storm is finally through. I'd want you. I'd want you. I'd want you. I'd want you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We live on a little farm called Nowhere, or Now Here, depending on how you look at it. We'll tell you a little bit later about a little plan we have to invite you all to come visit us. We're a little bit crazy like that. It's Brad Minerding over here. Baby, if there's nowhere, how sweet it is to find. Baby, if there's nowhere, how sweet it is to find. Now that we are finally here, nowhere suits me fine. I'm crazy for you, baby. I hope that you can see. I'm crazy for you, baby. I hope that you can see. When we disappear, ain't nowhere I'd rather be. Woo. Baby, if there's nowhere, ain't it good to know? Baby, if there's nowhere, ain't it good to get to know? We're right where we belong when there's nowhere left to go. So welcome out of nowhere, where there's nothing left to lose. Ah, welcome out of nowhere, where there's nothing left to lose. Out here where the sky got a big old case of the blue. Ooh, baby, if it's nowhere, then let the good dogs run. Baby, if it's nowhere, then let the good dogs run. Finally, we will lift that glass when our dark days are done. Finally, we will lift that glass when our dark days are done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. How much fun this is. It's a real honor to be here with you all on Mountain Stage, and it's so great to be back. And we were talking with our lovely host earlier. I'm going to try to lure him to Ohio just for fun. We'll tell you about that later, too. Just got all kinds of bait on the hook. But this is a song that we found out he really loves, so we're going to dedicate this to Larry. It's a band tune. Makes no difference where I turn. can't get over you and the flames still burn. It makes no difference who I meet, just a face in a crowd on a dead-end street, and the sun don't shine anymore. And the rains fall down on my door. Now there's no love as true as the love that dies untold, but the clouds never hung so low before. It makes no difference how far I go, like a scar the hurt will always show. It makes no difference who I meet, just a face in a crowd on a dead-end street, and the sun don't shine anymore. And the rains fall down on my door. These old love letters, well, I just can't keep. It's like the gambler said, read 'em and weep, and the dawn don't rescue me no more. Without your love, I'm nothing at all, like an empty hall. It's a lonely fall. Since you've gone, it's a losing battle. Stampeding cattle, they rattle the wall, and the sun don't shine anymore. And the rains fall down on my door. Well, I love you so much, so all I can do just to keep myself from telling you that I've never felt so alone before. I've never felt so alone before.
Well, thank you. I think what Karen's been trying to tell you during this entire set is that she's excited that we are restoring a 140-year-old barn on our little hideaway farm in Ohio into a little music venue, performing arts center. And we're hoping maybe we can lure some of you to the farm. We've been touring for 25 years now, so it's time for you to start coming to us. It's only fair. And we're going to try to establish a little music and arts festival there on the farm every Memorial Day weekend. and check that out as well. We hope you can come find us in the fields, the rolling fields. This next song, this next tune is a beautiful, beautiful song that Karen wrote for my father, who passed away about 8 years ago. And he grew up on a farm, 200 pristine acres in Delaware. He was an unusual farm boy. He sketched faces on the side of the whitewashed barn. And because of the church rules, they weren't allowed to have musical instruments in the home. He and his brother would hide instruments in the barn and slip out there after dark and strum a few clandestine chords. And my grandfather offered my father the farm when he turned 21 years old. Would have made him a wealthy young man, but he said there was only one thing he knew for sure when he was 21, and that was he wasn't a farmer. So he gracefully bowed out, was a bit of a restless soul, raised 6 of us kids, and we moved around a lot, lived out west for a while, and he loved the sound of the train. I think it made him want to see what was over the horizon. But Karen wrote this tune for him. It's called Against the Grain.
Pushing on you. Ooh. 200 rolling acres, singing them sheep note blues. Ooh. Swinging high, rolling low, doesn't much matter which way we go. Outbound train moving fast and slow way. Hey. Heaven's angels, are they riding shotgun with you? Ooh. Welcome strangers, sitting at a table for two. People come, places go. Only one sure thing that I know: the train's sold out, you gotta stow away. Hey. You can ride with me far and wide and free. Sketching familiar faces on the barn, whitewashed by the dawn. Against the grain, leave the edges wide. Come now, child. Rolling boxcars made a big impression on you. Ooh. 200 rolling acres, singing them sheep note blues. Ooh. Thank you so much. What a treat to be back on Mountain Stage. Thank you, Lexington.
Over the Rhine, Karen Berquist, Linford Detweiler, along with Bradley Meinerding. Over the Rhine. Their latest is a live CD called Live from Nowhere Else, recorded at their farm. And before that, they had a beautiful record called Meet Me at the Edge of the World. If you have questions or suggestions for Mountain Stage, our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, look behind the scenes on our Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. All of these links are at our website, mountainstage.org. We're going to end this hour with one of our favorite people. You know that because this is his 9th appearance on the Mountain Stage. He started coming to see us back in 1992, but by that time he'd already been making music for a decade and a half. Steve Forbert came out of Mississippi and went to New York City and had been a singer-songwriter for all these years with his acoustic guitar and sometimes with a band, but he's never been afraid to get up and sing his songs wherever he was, no matter whether it was at CBGB's, following the Ramones, or whether it's been on a big stage or a little stage. And he just has, he's always armed with great songs and a great presentation. The latest one came out a few months ago. It's called Compromised, and it's a good CD like all of them are. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Steve Forbert.
Is playing, it's loud in here. The words I'm saying you won't hear, but I suggest we compromise. I'll back off if you step up some. Otherwise, we won't get that much done. No, I know. I've tried to tell you, 'cause I can see your needs compel you. Yes, it's mine to me, but I suggest we compromise. I'll back off and we'll step up some. Otherwise, we won't get that much done. No, I know. How we supposed to twist and shout it? You don't care to work it out today. How we supposed to boogaloo? No, it's all I see that you can say. Yeah, that you can say. Well, I can tango if you can waltz our whole shebango. Yes, it's got its faults, but I suggest we compromise. I'll back off if you step up some. Otherwise, we won't get that much done. No, I see. Compromise. I'll back off if you step up some. Otherwise, we won't get that much done. No. We won't get that much done. No. We won't get that much done. No. Thank you. Song called Compromise, of course. Perfect song for an election year? I don't know. Oh no, here we go again, by God. I've done nothing, can't you see? I say hi to people, that's not odd. You say, who is she to me? Just some gal whose name I can't recall. So I said she's looking good. I just meant she's aging well, that's all. You would take it like you would. Oh, I'll sit back down and drink red wine. I'm sure we'll have a good time sometime. I'll sit back down and drink red wine. I'm sure we'll have a good time sometime. You've known me for several months by now. I'm not perfect, I confess. Most times I just make you mad somehow, and here's one of them, I guess. I'll sit back down and drink red wine. I'm sure we'll have a good time sometime. Annabelle, don't go. Give me back those keys. Stay and watch the show, please, please. Soon that band will play your song, I'll bet. They'll look over when they do. I'm not joking, baby, don't leave yet. They'll look over here for you. Sit back down and drink red wine. I'm sure we'll have a good time sometime. I'll sit back down and drink red wine. I'm sure we'll have a good time sometime. 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 Thank you. A song called Drink Red Wine. Rolling home to someone you love sure makes life worthwhile. Big shiny moon up above, rolling down a sycamore mile. Rolling down a sycamore mile, rolling on to someone you love sure make life alright. All days when push came to shove, gonna have a sweet Tuesday night. Gonna have a sweet Tuesday night. And here comes that red light, it beats all I've ever seen. How much of my life does it take? I'll cut on my headlights while I wait for the green, waiting with my foot on the brake, rolling on to someone you love. It sure makes life okay. I'll ride that road to where up, rolling home the fastest way, rolling home the fastest way. sure makes life worthwhile. Big shiny moon up above, rolling down the sycamore mile, rolling down the sycamore mile, rolling down the sycamore mile, rolling down the sycamore mile. Thank you. I want to do a slightly, an updated, older one. A song about complications. Something else for an election year. Starts out with a verse about the hurricane that hit the East Coast in 2012. I'm sure you all remember it. Maybe some of you lived through it. Well, I think all of you lived through it. Well, from Cape May up to Seabright, Ordley Beach and Manasquan, Staten Island, Breezy Point and points beyond, was a late October evening, autumn leaves all set to fall. Just a normal night, baby, just Sandy came to call. But now it's the complication going down. Complications in your lifetime, people. Complication all around and around. It's just them old complication. Complication blowing in. Complication in the forecast, baby. Complications in the wind. You be trying to do your job and trying to save a dollar, trying to do the best that you can, trying to pay the rent and keep the lights a-shining, trying to be a simple kind of man. But complications here to stay. Complication every night, complication every day. You know it is. Judy finally got the vehicle, the most majestic ride. It's an F-150 4x4. Now she pulled into the parking spot with cars on either side. The truck is so big, girl, you can't squeeze out the door. 'Cause complications boxed you in. Complication in the car park, baby. Complication back again. Yeah, your father once was president, your older brother too. So when your turn came, the public knew your face. A lot of fat cats jumped to back you, it was normal, it was fine. And then a narcissistic June bug joined the race. And complications talking tough. Complications hurling insults, baby. Complication playing rough, you know it is. Walking down the street, meet up with a friend. Seem to be a little mad at you. He decks you with a punch and leaves you on the ground there. You've been trying to figure it out, baby, but you don't have a clue. All you got is complication. Complication knocked you down. Complication on the sidewalk, baby. Complications on the streets of this town, and it's a theme of complication. Complications all the time. Complication in your lifetime, baby. Footsteps, baby. Complications in your mind, and the theme of complication. complications here to stay. Complication every night now, complications every day. You would know it is. Thank you all, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm not the only one in the world with problems, but I am the only one with mine. Don't start in feeling sorry for yourself. It could take up all of your time. You won't likely see me walking down the sidewalk, laughing deliriously. But I say people don't take life seriously enough, or they wouldn't take it so seriously. Whatever, man, don't let it drive you crazy. Don't let it blow your mind. Whatever, man, however long your days be, nights could well just work out fine, fine, fine. I've made some small talk, but theirs was microscopic. Glad I'm off the northbound plane. You've reinforced my worst suspected thoughts of what's inside of some folks' brains. Someone's got a big beige Buick in the fast lane, crawling all of 55. Who'd give a snail the keys to start a car and let it leave the house and drive? One of them, man, don't let it drive you crazy. Don't let it blow your mind. Whatever, man, however long your days be, nights could well just work out fine, fine, fine. Yeah. The Lord helps those who tend to help themselves too, more than anyone might need. But that's the way it's been, and it probably always will be, ever what the cause or creed. Whatever, man, don't let it drive you crazy. Don't let it blow your mind. Whatever, man, however long your days be, nights could well just work out fine. Whatever, man, don't let it drive you crazy. Don't let it blow your mind. Whatever, man, however long your days be, nights could well just work out fine, fine. Thank you all, thank you.
Steve Forbert. Compromised is his latest. You heard some tunes from that one. Mr. Steve Forbert. Been doing this for a long time. And he's writing a memoir now. I look forward to reading that because Steve has a interesting past. Been playing for over 4 decades all around this country. If you're within striking distance, Mountain Stage will be returning to Elkins, West Virginia, on the campus of Davis and Elkins College on Saturday, August 13, as part of the Augusta Heritage Festival. Tickets and more information can be found at mountainstage.org. I'd like to say thanks for the support for tonight's show here in Lexington, Kentucky. The UK Healthcare, Community Trust Bank, and the Lexington Diner. And our own special thanks to Tom Goodell, Gail Bennett, Joe Conkrite, and all the folks at WUKY for bringing us over here, and the folks at Singletary Center and the Griffin Gate Marriott Resort for making our stay very, very pleasant. Thank you all. Special hello to you if you're listening right now over KHCC, Hutchinson, Kansas, or WUKY, Lexington, Kentucky. We hope that you will be with us again next week. We have a rebroadcast from last year featuring Dara Williams, Pokey Lafarge, Joe Pug, and Jill Sobule. You're listening to Mountain Stage live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Well, thank you very much. Welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage here on the campus of University of Kentucky, Singletary Center for the Arts in Lexington, Kentucky. And we've been brought over here by our friends at WUKY Radio, and we're so glad to be here. During this hour, we're going to be hearing from one of the country's great talents as a songwriter and singer and instrumentalist. Sarah Jarosz will be out in just a little while. Play us some tunes from her brand new CD on Sugar Hill. But we're going to open this hour with some great friends of ours. This band started out back in 2008. Cruz Contreras, you say there with the big hat on, started the band down in Knoxville, where most of them still live. And he began to write songs. They got some great singers, great instrumentalists. It's evolved a little bit. They got some new folks since last time we've seen them. These guys have been on the Grand Ole Opry 12 times, which is a record for an independent band like this. And they've been on the Mountain Stage 3 times now. It's always great to have them back. I know you're going to love them, whether you've heard them before or not. Say hello to the Black Lillies.
Thank y'all. Good to see you. Thanks for having us, Larry. Standing in the light out on the hill, the sun in your hair, the whole world stood still. Silhouette on a blood-red sky, I could see the fire burning in your eyes. Oh, and the fire burning in your eyes. Could have heard your heart beating from a mile away, and take it all in things words can't say. A sunset falling on a bright-eyed dream. I guess everything's not what it seems. No, everything's not what it seems. But desire, oh desire. You can look away, but it still remains. You can't hide in that burning flame of desire. And the prettiest thing that I've ever seen crashed in like a storm and gone like a dream. We took it all in and we drank our fill. Now I hold you in my heart and always will. I hold you in my heart and always will. Like desire, oh desire. You can walk away, but it still won't change. You can't hide in that burning flame of desire. That I've ever known is life without you in this world alone. There's a picture of you burned in my mind, and I carry it with me till the end of time. I'll carry it with me till the end of time. And this desire, oh desire. You can look away, but it still remains. You can't hide in that burning flame. You can walk away, but it still won't change. You can't hide in that burning flame. You can turn away, but it still remains. You can't hide in that burning flame of desire. Thank you. Appreciate that. This next song here is the title track off our new record. It's called Hard to Please. And this song is at least about the person sitting right next to you right now. The sun's gonna shine one day on me. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Get your foot in the door and don't just sit there. I wish that you could see. You're hard to please, so hard to please. Ain't nothing ever good enough for you. You got me down on my knees. You're gonna have your way no matter which way. Say whatever you're gonna say. You're hard to please. Well, it's a big old world with lots of folks in it, and some take, and some gonna give it. At the end of the day, it's all about the same. There ain't nobody else that you can blame for your own damn troubles or the way it goes. Buck up now, you got a long ways home. It's like I said, when you end up there, there's nowhere else to go. You're hard to please, so hard to please. Ain't nothing ever good enough for you. You got me down on my knees. You're gonna have your way no matter which way. Say whatever you're gonna say. You're hard to please. Tell me once more so that I can hear all the things you know and all the things you fear. Do what you want, 'cause at the end of the day, know just what I say. You're hard to please, so hard to please. Oh, hard to please, so hard to please. You're hard to please, so hard to please. Ain't nothing ever good enough for you. You got me down on my knees. You're gonna have your way no matter which way. Say whatever you're gonna say. You're hard to please. You're hard to please, so hard to please. Oh, hard to please, so hard to please.
Thank y'all very much. Thank you. This next song here I wrote from my grandfather, Cyprian Contreras. He was from Houston, Texas, and a World War II vet and Marine, and a hero of mine. And I wrote this song for him, and it's inspired by his experience at Iwo Jima.
There's a rock in the middle of the ocean where the water meets the sky. Built from the fire way down below, I can hear a mournful cry. Waves crashing on a broken shore, there's darkness on the sun. Please, Lord, don't leave me here in the valley of the gun. sail across the ocean, spanning the waters wide. 70,000 gonna take that hill and look death in the eye. There's fire on the ground and earth in the air, and the whole world's come undone. The devil's loose on a beach of fire in the land of the rising sun. Which way's heaven and which way's hell?
It's so hard to tell.
Which way's heaven and which way's hell?
It's so hard to tell.
Which way's heaven and which way's hell?
It's so hard to tell.
Which way's heaven and which way's hell? It's so hard to tell. Which way's heaven and which way's hell? 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 It's so hard to tell. Which way's heaven and which way's hell? 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 It's so hard to tell. I see colors flying, brothers dying, the tide of war and sun. I'm gonna fight till the death, till there ain't much left in the land of the rising sun. In the land, in the land, in the land of the rising sun, in the land of the rising sun, in the land.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, I'd like to take this moment to introduce the band over here on the electric guitar from Bridgewater, Virginia. originally, world traveler nowadays. On the electric guitar, Mr. Mike Seal. Next to me on vocals and guitar and percussion, Miss Trisha Jean Brady. Over here on the pedal steel, from Knoxville, Tennessee, Jonathan Keeney. Also from the East Tennessee region, on the electric bass, Mr. Sam Quinn. And back here on the drum set, Mr. Bowman Townsend. My name is Cruz Contreras, and we're the Black Lillies. All right, here we go.
Oh, darling. Oh, darling. I'm calling out your name, and I've got a feeling, mighty revealing, that your tender heart feels the same. But it ain't easy. No, it ain't easy for a grown man to confide that I need your love, flesh and blood. That's why I'm calling on you, and your mercy, sweet mercy, send it down the line, oh, right on time. You know you do it for me. Yes, you build me up, and you fill my cup with your mercy.
Oh, darling, yes, darling, I can hear you calling out my name, and it sounds so good each time we meet, like a rolling melody. You got a hold on me. It ain't easy. No, it ain't easy for a grown woman to confide that I need your love, flesh and blood. That's why I'm calling on you.
And your mercy, sweet mercy, send it down the line, oh, right on time. You know you do it for me. Yes, you build me up, and you fill my cup with your mercy. Oh, darling,
Only you can rescue me.
I'm calling down on bended knee, wondering when will we arrive, believing and seeing that love in your eyes. Oh, mercy, sweet soul mercy, send it down the line,
and you fill my cup with your mercy. Oh, mercy. Oh, mercy. Oh, mercy.
Thank y'all. This is Christy Jean Brady. Y'all, thank you so much. We got time here for one more tune. And hopefully we'll see y'all again somewhere, sometime on the road. We travel a lot, so please check out our tour schedule, and we'd love to make some more music for you sometime. So thank you.
And the first time that I saw your smile, I knew in a moment that I'd walk in line. And I never, oh no, how could I know that your love would be waiting at the end of a never-ending road? Give me such a hard time. Never felt such cold inside. Tell me, where is my pride? Lord, it ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right. And the next time that I touch your skin, I knew that good love revived. Oh, it would never end. And I never, oh no, how could I know that your love like a flower would be wilting? Got me feeling oh so long. You give me such a hard time. Never felt such cold inside. Tell me, where is my pride? Lord, it ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right. And the last time that I saw your eyes, they say there's nothing to do, nothing to say, don't even try. Oh, and I should know, oh no, I should have known. Love like yours, slamming doors, gonna leave a woman out in the cold. Give me such a hard time. Never felt such cold inside. Tell me, where is my pride? Lord, it ain't right.
Y'all, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks for having us. Thank you.
The Black Lillies from down in Knoxville, Tennessee. Cruz Contreras, Trisha Jean Brady, Sam Quinn, Mike Seal, Jonathan Keeney, Bowman Townsend. And their latest on 30 Tigers is called Hard to Please. And it's a fine, fine CD. And yes, they will be out and about. They were just at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. They'll be at Telluride Americana Festival, Idaho's Highway 30 Music Festival. They're on the road a great part of the year. So if you see them in your neighborhood, go catch it because you want to hear the whole show and see them live. The Black Lillies. Time to hear from our own great piano player, Bob Thompson. He's chosen a perfect one for over here. With a wink to Louisville, this one's called One Mint Julep, written by Rudy Toombs for the Clovers a long time ago, and on the original recording, a man who is in the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame because he was raised in West Virginia, but he was born in Kentucky. Harry Van Walls played on this tune, but Bob's going to do the keyboards right now. There he is. Please say hello to Mr. Bob Thompson. Bob Thompson, One Men Julep, colortones.com is where you find his music. You're listening to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Philadelphia, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by Wild, Wonderful West Virginia, celebrating the diversity of live music in the Mountain State, from newgrass to indie pop, at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses. Your next mountain experience begins with the new Go2WV mobile app, available for iOS and Android on iTunes and Google Play. Additional support provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. You can hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, at NPR Music. The online address there is npr.org/mountainstage. We invite you to take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. You'll find links to our podcast, and you can follow us on just about every form of social media. And, of course, we hope that sometime you will come and see us live, whether it's in Charleston or perhaps on the road like we are tonight in Lexington, Kentucky. You can find out where we're going to be and get your tickets right there online at mountainstage.org. Well, what a treat we have here to welcome a woman who's been with us once before. And this is kind of a special time to come back because she just has a record released called Undercurrent on Sugar Hill. She's originally from Wimberley, Texas, down near Austin, but she went to school up at the New England Conservatory of Music and just graduated with honors from there and moved to New York City. And this record is not her first. I think it's her fourth, but it's the first one that all the songs on it are either written by her or co-written. And some of the folks that she performed with on the record and co-wrote are a really interesting group of people. Luke Reynolds from Guster, Jed Hughes, great Australian player and singer, Parker Millsap, Aoife O'Donovan. And Aoife, along with Sarah Watkins, has been out with Sarah Jarosz with a trio called I'm With Her. You probably heard them on Prairie Home Companion. Also, she wrote with Joey Ryan of the Milk Carton Kids. Interesting, very talented group of people. She's been nominated for 2 Grammys, and it's not hard to predict that soon she'll be winning many Grammys. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Ms. Sarah Jarosz.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really great to be here.
Trouble's just begun. You and me, the troubled ones. How are we supposed to learn when to give up on this turn? Maybe we should try our hands with some kind of different plan. Maybe that will make you see
thinking I'll make it better this time, moving far on down the track, and you won't see me looking back. The wall of early morning light creeps into my bedroom quiet. I'll close the blinds to keep it out. My whole world is darker now. Maybe I should head back home. Maybe I should sleep alone. Maybe that will make me see all the things you meant to me. But I'll move on down the line, thinking I'll make it better this time, moving far on down the track, and you won't see me looking back. Thank you. In the middle of the night again, still water and the birds don't sing. Cold gin in the back room I'm in, medicating for the trouble that's coming. Walls rattle like a diesel freighter, blood races like a wave. This house wasn't meant for strangers, but you come knocking anyway. I can hear you knocking on the door. I won't leave it open for you anymore. I can hear you knocking on the door, knocking on the door of the house of mercy. Don't try and change my mind. That knock gets louder all the time. Don't try and wear me down. You'll never get inside this house. Underneath that shirt you're wearing, strained muscles and a heart of stone, double-crossing like a wild chameleon. You make me wanna be alone. I can hear you knocking on the door. I won't leave it open for you anymore. I can hear you knocking on the door, knocking on the door of the house of mercy. Don't try and change my mind. That knock gets louder all the time. Don't try and wear me down. You'll never get inside this house. can hear you knocking on the door. I won't leave it open for you anymore. I can hear you knocking on the door, knocking on the door of the house of mercy. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so great to be back in Lexington. Thank you guys so much for coming out. And it's a particularly exciting night. I'm playing all brand new songs from my brand spanking new record called Undercurrent. Thank you. Had a really nice day here. So beautiful out. Went to the local taco. And I just, I feel like any day that includes tacos is a good day. So, it was great. Feel right at home here. I'm from Texas after all, so I need my taco fix. I wanna step right out and tell you, but I know it's not allowed. Truth is, you're all that I can see in the middle of this crowd. I wanna tell you that I'm thankful for your fingers on those strings. Wanna whisper low into your ear all these forbidden things. But I'll stand right here and hold my tongue. For all I know, I'm the only one. But do you feel this undercurrent and the changing of the tides? When I'm with you, baby, we got everything to hide. But when I'm running out of time is when I wanna do it all. When you're running through my mind is when I wanna hear you call. Well, you're always running through my mind, so why don't you call now? Well, it ain't right, but it feels good. Let's do this anyhow. But I'll stand right here and hold my tongue. For all I know, I'm the only one. Do you feel this undercurrent and the pulling of the tides? When I'm with you, baby, we got everything to hide. Well, I never really thought that I could be a child of sin. Now here I come, confessing of these childish hopes within. But you said hope is always there, so what's a girl to do? I should quit while I'm ahead, but I ain't through with you. I guess I'll stand right here and hold my tongue. Maybe I'm not the only one. 'Cause do you feel this undercurrent and the changing of the tides? When I'm with you, baby, we got everything to hide. So pour another, baby, we got everything to hide. you. Thank you very much. It's very exciting. I mean, this is actually just for you guys. This is only the second time I've ever played any of these songs live, so it's super fun to get to play new music, and thank you guys for being such good listeners. Here's one called Take Another Turn. What does it mean to be lost? You can't find your way on a map. You took the wrong turn, forgot where you came from, and now there ain't no going back. What does it mean to be lonely? You're sitting alone in a room, and all you can hear is the ringing in your ears. There ain't no one to talk to but you. Should you take another turn? Can you find another way? Should you talk to yourself a little more? Push right through that closed door. What does it mean to be sorry for something that can't be undone? So sorry that you didn't try and try, but sorry it just ain't quite enough. Oh, what does it mean to be hungry, hungry and hunting and wild, and only the best will allow you to rest. You'll be hungry again come the morning time. Should you take another turn? Can you find another way? Should you talk to yourself a little more? Push right through that closed door. Oh, what does it mean to be lost? You can't find your way on a map. You took the wrong turn, forgot where you came from, and now there ain't no going back. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, as Larry said, I just moved to New York City about 2.5 years ago. And so a lot of these songs on this record are kind of inspired by the time that I was able to spend there over the course of those 2.5 years. And a lot of the time was spent walking around the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir there in Central Park. And so I was really inspired by that and by thinking about her. And so I wrote this song. It's called Jacqueline. Jacqueline, I see you there in your pillbox hat and your bright pink dress. Won't you sit and keep me company? Walk with me to the water's edge. It ain't that far from where the sidewalk ends. Won't you keep me company? And we'll move water's edge. Move on down, stick my feet in, feel it cool me down. Who do I talk to now, Jacqueline? I cried my tears and they fell on down into your dark and misty blue. I'm standing right here next to you. Then you shed your bright pink dress. You covered up with a blanket of white. Jackie, won't you walk with me tonight? And we'll move on down to the water's edge. Move on down, stick my feet in, feel it cool me down. Who do I talk to now, Jacqueline? Maybe in a little while I'll feel alright. Maybe in a little while. Maybe in a little while I'll feel alright. Maybe in a little while. Jacqueline, I see you there in your pillbox hat and your bright pink dress. Won't you keep me company?
Thank you. All right, you guys, I've got time for about one more song. And I just want to say a huge thanks to Larry and Mountain Stage for having me back. It's so nice to be back on this great show. Thank you guys for being such a great audience. You're, as Larry said, you're very well behaved. It's quite impressive. I'll do a tune here that I wrote with my good friend, and I know that he's going to be on the show later, but I wrote it with my good friend Parker Millsap. He's doing really great things. Definitely check him out. I'll leave you with this one. Thanks again so much. It's been a blast playing for you. This is called Comin' Undone. Here we go.
Some days feel so heavy. They come when I'm not quite ready. I get to feeling useless, but I can see right through this. I'm gonna let the song in my head ring. Feels like the world is collapsing, but I already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hold on tighter. Yes, I'm a lover, but I'm also a fighter. The song in my head keeps me clapping, 'cause I got a song and it must be sung. Every day's a war and it must be won. Whenever I feel like I'm coming undone, song in my head keeps me marching on. The world's full of bad news bearers, talking heads talking about terror. Sometimes I feel so useless, like nothing I could do would ever improve it, but I can make the world a little better. You tell me that you worry about tomorrow. You talk like all the time you got is borrowed, like you're living on credit, but you keep singing, honey, you can bet it. Gonna sing it through tomorrow with a song, and it must be sung. Every day's a war, and it must be won. Whenever I feel like I'm coming undone, the song in my head keeps me marching with a song, and it must be sung. Every day's a war, and it must be won. Whenever I feel like I'm coming undone, the song in my head keeps me marching on.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Sarah Jarosz. Yeah, let's hear it for Sarah Jarosz. Undercurrent on Sugar Hill is the new one, and it's got a lot of great music on it. All of it she wrote or co-wrote, and of course she sings on all of it. A lot of other folks help her out on that record, and it is truly a fine record. It's just out, so you can look for it and look for her when she comes to your neighborhood. Our thanks to Sarah Jarosz for being with us here, and our thanks to the Black Lillies, and to Robbie Fulks, and to Over the Rhine, and Steve Forbert. And our thanks to everybody here who's come out to see us live at the Singletary Center for the Arts in Lexington, Kentucky. And our thanks to all of our friends at WUKY, Tom Goodell, Gail Bennett, Joe Conkrite, and all of the rest of the folks, and everybody here at the Singletary. Also, our thanks to UK Healthcare, Community Trust Bank, and Lexington Diner for helping to bring Mountain Stage over to Lexington. If you're within shouting distance of Elkins, West Virginia, we're going to be back up there in August. Hope that you will come and see us at the Augusta Heritage Workshops and Festival. Check it out at mountainstage.org. Special thanks to you listening there on the radio. Without you, there would be no Mountain Stage. We never forget that. We never take you for granted. We hope you'll be there next time when we have a repeat show featuring Dara Williams, Pokey Lafarge, Joe Pug, and Jill Sobule. Now we're going to get everybody out here and do one more tune for you that was written by a Kentucky man who made a huge contribution to music. You know who I'm talking about, Bill Monroe. We're not doing the bluegrass version, though. We're going to do something a little different that was done by our good friends, the Kentucky Headhunters. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skouras. Assistant producers Joni Deutsch. Production managers Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. Our web producers Josh Saul. Production assistance comes from Michael Lipton, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, Josh Saul, and Music in Motion Promotions. Lodgings provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain States of West Virginia. You say you're sorry once again, dear. You want me to take you back once more. Come on, Robbie.
You say you need a helping hand, yeah. That's what you told me once before.
Everybody now, you know what's singing. Walk softly on this heart of mine, love. Don't treat it mean and so unkind. Oh, let it rest in peace and quiet, love. Walk softly on this heart of mine. Come on, Mikey, play the guitar. Let Sarah play one here. Sarah Jarosz. All right, Brad, finish Steve Forbert now.
I know you soon will find a new love. I feel your heart is turned to stone.
Come on, Bruce.
But please let me down real easy. Loneliness moves in as you move on.
Walk softly on this heart of mine, love. Don't treat it mean and so unkind. Oh, let it rest in peace and quiet, love. Walk softly on this heart of mine. Come on, Mike, play it. Now bring it down. Let Robbie play it here. Bob Thompson. Come on, Bob. Sure that fiddle. Steel guitar. Come on, Karen and Sarah. You say you're sorry once again.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by Wild, Wonderful West Virginia. Mountain Stage is a production of West Virginia Public Broadcasting. This is NPR.